Gotta start with the intro. Can't forget the intro.
CHOFF. Yup, it's the CHOFF.
CHOFF. It's back just like that.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Welcome. It's so like deja vu-esque right now that we're sitting here.
Did we do this before?
Having this conversation. We did this before. Exactly. I really should double check and make sure we even sound good right now, but I'm pretty confident because we just did a podcast. In here.
Yeah. It looks like it's working. I don't know what anything is.
Long story short, I tried to do something cool and screwed it all up last week. So we're running it back this week. Welcome to the CHOFF. This is unhinged, crazy conversation about everything. And we always save something extremely powerful and profound and magical for the very end. So stay tuned for that. It's actually not profound or magical at all. It's just worth sticking around for.
Like, oh no, what's happening at the end?
And yeah, you'll have to stick around and find out. Don't just skip ahead because you'll miss everything leading up to it.
Yeah.
Welcome, my good friend Jordynn, to the show.
Thank you.
Jordynn is personal trainer, nutrition coach, good human, style queen.
Yeah, you like the Uggs, the boots?
I do.
Style queen.
I do. And we're kind of like roommates right now.
Yeah.
So
Shoemates.
tell me more about this. Tell me more about you. Tell me more about us being roommates.
Yeah.
Kind of walk everyone through
like
how we
it.
got here.
Yeah. I mean, we're in the Shoebox, which is in the gym that I am part owner of. But yeah, I mean, it's been cool from my experience. I know you and Logan have been good friends for a while, and Logan was on a recent CHOFF cast, and my business partner and him and I have been good friends and just doing business and stuff for a while. And he'd always bring you up or mention that he was training you, or you guys would post your videos. And I'm like, that guy seems cool.
Hey.
Hey. And then it's just, I don't know, you got good energy. It's fun to have this here, and it's just feel like it's a good flow of vibes with all of us. It's been a good time. It's been a good couple months.
I think my favorite part about kind of being in the same building with you guys or having the studio in the same space and just being around each other all the time is you guys are like extremely nice, and I don't really operate that way from a business standpoint. Not that I'm like mean per se, but
Yeah. A little more cutthroat.
you guys are always like, someone will offer you something, and you're like, that's great. I'm like, no, that's horrible. You need to ask for 5 times more. You need to do half as much work. Like, you're providing so much extra value.
We need it. We need that little push sometimes. Yeah, we get a little like. I actually remember when we were all standing in the back of the spot. This was, I think it was official. No, it wasn't official yet. Anyways, we were kind of going back and forth on what we were going to do with this place, and I won't say too much, but you kind of were like, that's the first time I saw that version of you, and I was like, I like that. We needed that. You were like, no, that doesn't make any sense. You guys need to be the first people. You guys need to be the face and the number one. And we're like,
Yeah.
Shit, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one thing I learned in life in my short 30 years is you get what you tolerate and what you fight for.
Yeah.
Right. So if you go through life kind of accepting everything as it is, or you go through life like kind of almost taking a back seat, but you justify it by like, oh, but I'm still doing this. It's still cool.
Yeah.
That's great, but that's only going to get you so far. Right. Whereas if you kind of put your stake in the sand and you're like, no, this is me. This is what I'm worth. Like, I can do more. I can raise my prices. I can charge this because I have this experience. Like, it's not to say like, that you're, you know, obviously you're providing tremendous value, and it's just a matter of making sure you're compensated for it, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. I like the way you said that. I mean, what you tolerate is what you get as well. Because I think that's something that I personally, I mean, not that I'm a pushover. I'm usually very, I understand when I am being pushed over or being walked over, but I am nice, and I am kind of like, okay, I tolerate a lot of bullshit, I guess. But then that brings you sometimes a lot of bullshit if you don't put your foot down and kind of stand up for it.
Yeah.
I like that. I appreciate that. I needed that little therapy session in the box today.
Yeah.
Good. This is great.
That's how it is. A little therapy, a little knowledge, a little story sharing, a little bit of everything, you know? We hit all the spectrums.
So,
I'm really.
how are you enjoying the box?
Oh, I'm enjoying the box a lot.
Yeah.
I will say it's challenged me in ways that I never knew I would be challenged. Like,
Yeah.
just from a technical standpoint, like it seems so simple. Just throw some cameras and some lights in there and wire it all up and everything's good. But there's like a million things that can go wrong and have went wrong and are still going wrong. And I'm just like every week trying to kind of button it, like, you know, get everything to its final form to where we don't have to keep making adjustments. It's just the way it is.
It's honestly like I've been blown away. I mean, I don't know anything about music studio or the podcast or how to set any of this up. And it's been fun watching it all come together because it's legit. The first time we sat here and once you got these lights up here too, I was like, oh my God, this is almost as intimidating as it was being on the news. The only comforting fact is that we're technically in my second home. So like,
yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
Like we're not on the news. I know you, but yeah, it's a legit setup. You did a really good job in here.
It's a funny transition. And I've seen this before. I was involved with Woodward Sports, which is like a big Detroit-based sports network. I was there when my buddy Sticks started it from the ground up, and I watched them have this studio that was like a radio studio, and they basically, as the network was launching, realized, oh, this doesn't work for us. Like we have to turn into a TV studio. And it's so funny because I watched that situation. I was like, God, that's gotta be horrible. And then the exact same thing happened here. Like I get this whole setup and it sounds great, but the video, you know, it doesn't look right. And so it's like, okay, we have to, you know, mount stuff to the ceiling and buy these extra, I don't know.
We got this nice reg wall too.
Yeah, that's my sound dampening for dummies right there. You'd be shocked. That takes a whole dB off this place.
Really?
Maybe 4.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I just made that number up, but
cool. I don't know. I was like, wow.
Sounds
yeah.
like it. Sounds good.
You know, I don't know shit. No, it's cool in here. But
yeah, I'm always glad to be back. I just went to Florida for a few days for vacation. I was
gonna ask how that was.
Yeah.
What did you guys go down there for? Just to chill, disconnect, or
Sarah G's grandpa's 90th birthday. So we went there for that initially, and then we go to like Tampa, Clearwater area a couple times a year usually.
Yeah. Fucking love it over there. It's move Detroit's second location will be move Tampa. 100%.
You think?
Fuck yeah. Yeah. That's been actually, so back in last year, 2024, obviously Logan and I were doing Move Detroit, and it was more of like a fun project, and we had our full times. And then I went through my life changes and stuff, and I had a moment of an opportunity to start over last year in the summer, right? I had absolutely nothing to hold me here other than it was Move Detroit. I mean, I have background in bartending and restaurants and stuff where I could get a job anywhere and do very well, at least keep myself alive, and then maybe start over with the personal training side of things. But so St. Pete has always been like, St. Pete has my heart. I would go, if I got to go one place right now to live for the rest of my life, it would be St. Petersburg or Tampa.
Yeah.
So I try to go once a year as well. And then I took a trip out there in August. Yeah, it was the end of August, and I went by myself. And it was like my healing trip, my like moment to be alone. I was there for about a week, and I also, while I was out there, I spent a lot of time driving around and envisioning myself living out there, and I wanted to do it. Logan and I had some pretty tough conversations where he was like, I don't want to be the next man to hold you here, right? Like, we're just business partners. We're just friends. Like, I'm not holding you back. And then I was like, no, I decided to go through with this because I looked at it as I had put 5 years of blood, sweat, and tears in building my name in this community as a trainer and stuff. So, you know, if I get to St. Pete someday, it'll just be when I retire or when we get this place going to franchise status where we can go out to St. Pete. So, love St. Pete. Long-winded answer on that, yeah.
No, that's crazy to hear you say that, because my girlfriend Sarah and I always say, like, we're going to be snowbirds one day and live down in that area.
Would that be kind of where you would want to go?
I think so. I mean, you know, my whole life I've wanted to live in California because I've got family out there and I've been going out there since I was a kid. But after seeing like the past few months there, I just don't think I could do it. I don't know. I love Florida. I love that side of Florida specifically. Yeah. Like, Florida's kind of a wonky place, but I don't know. Something about the Tampa area just feels a little more cozy.
It does. Have you been much to the east coast of Florida? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Haven't
all
really.
around Florida. It's weird for sure. I don't know if I would be like a Florida man,
Yeah.
but
But like
I
a
love Tampa.
Tampa man.
Yeah, I could be a Tampa man. Clearwater.
It's beautiful out there.
I love that it's
Yeah.
a 2-hour flight here too.
It's
It's just like nothing. Like we just went for a weekend. It's easy.
easy travel and
Yeah.
I dig it.
I would open a shoebox in Tampa.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe we'll do it. We'll look back on this episode and be like, holy shit.
Absolutely. Manifestation, man. Right now. We're doing it. I love it. So I have one question for you, and I was kind of reflecting on this. I felt I wasn't set up last week which is good that it all kind of tech issues went down because I was going down on that one. Something I like to ask a lot of people, and it always helps me kind of like get closer with those around me, and I don't know, just like why are you here in the music industry? What kind of brought you to the music industry, and why do you continue with it?
Yeah.
Like, what's your reason why, basically?
My reason why is very complicated,
Yeah.
but to put it light, it's a way that I can make an impact on the world without having to change who I am or give too much make too many sacrifices, basically. I feel that through music and DJing, like I'm able to actually impact the world in real time. I see it when I play, I see it when I'm out there. And it keeps me inspired. It keeps me having fun. It allows me to, make a good living in the lane that I'm in. And it's something that I know that I'll never get sick of because I've been into music for so long, and your taste kind of ebbs and flows. One year, this is like, you're really feeling it. The next year it's this. But as like a lifelong appreciator of music, like I could totally see myself just like being 90 and playing in a little bar somewhere to like a small loyal community, or whatever, it doesn't have to be that, but I see myself kind of always being around music, and it's something I would do even if I wasn't what I'm doing for a living. So the fact that I'm able to swing that it's just like, why would I not?
Absolutely. No, I love that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah. And I mean, it's a way music's guided me through every part of the last year, and just good times, bad times. And I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
everything,
awesome.
it's all
it really
around
is.
us. It changes the moments.
It does.
And there's just so many. I think when I went to my first Electric Forest in like 2013 or whatever, or 14, was when I realized just how many jobs there are in music. Like, obviously I knew, but like to see a festival of like 100,000 people where there's, I don't even know how many workers, probably 20,000 people that work the festival, and like all these tiers of managers and hospitality people and booking agents and artists and lighting directors and audio directors and video directors and the photographer. Like, it's just like there's so much in that lane. So I think even before I knew exactly how I wanted to spin it, which I'm still figuring out now, I think I knew that was like the direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you with being in the health industry, though? I mean, you do personal training, nutrition coaching. You're kind of, you're helping people make their lives better. Like, how did that all come to be?
I mean, I think kind of same as what you said. It's a complicated answer in a sense, but it's also a very personal answer in a sense, but I'm happy to share. I think that, I mean, for me personally, I was not a young athlete. I figure skated actually for like 8 years growing up. And then I quit right before high school, and I was just your normal high schooler, and drama and boys and partying and all of that. And then I don't come from necessarily a super healthy background. I think that a lot of, and they're all great, not to knock them down or, call them out, but like a lot of my family and a lot of families around, honestly, these days, like health and wellness, that's, if you're eating clean food, if you're eating whole food, like you're on a diet, right? Like it's, if you are an athlete, if you work out every day, like you're different, right? You're just different. It wasn't something that was very common. So, I mean, fast forward, I started my own health and fitness journey in 2017, and it was purely out of a point in my life where I didn't think I was going to get through it. I was like, I'm either going to stay here where I am, which is a very, very dark, deep hole, and continue on this path that I'm paving for myself. And I know exactly what it looks like because I've kind of got a lot of family on the same path. And I was 21 and I was starting to be really unhealthy myself. I was seeing my body change and kind of shift. And I've never been like overweight or anything, but definitely was on the path to it. And I was a bartender, just living an unhealthy lifestyle. I mean, working till 2 a.m., drinking till 4 a.m., sleeping till noon, sitting on my ass, watching Grey's Anatomy. It was just bad. It was all just bad, honestly. And then I ended up kind of taking care of myself. I won an Instagram giveaway. I won a guide it was a nutrition guide into an 8-week program at the gym. So I was like, kind of sounds fun. Actually, I literally had no hobby at all. It was Grey's Anatomy, and I actually had a therapist that was like, "You need to stop watching Grey's Anatomy. You need to stop watching that." It was bad. It was dark. So, I mean, I personally am in it because I figured out what it did for me, eating healthy, moving my body, pushing myself and getting super uncomfortable in the gym. I started to see the physical changes, which was sweet. And then you start to kind of feel the mental shifts. And then you start to kind of realize like, this hole I was in was because of what I was feeding myself. And not just through food, what I was feeding myself through the people I was around, through the shit I was reading or watching. I wasn't reading. And then, so I just slowly kind of dabbled in that. And I knew I always wanted to help people. I actually was in and out of college to go for social work. And that might be a whole nother story, but I don't really like the politics of school and everything like that. So just kind of kept quitting school. And then, am I really going to be I made good money, but am I really going to be a bartender forever? Like, is that what I want to do? And that's what I was pretty confident I was going to do, was I was just going to be a bartender forever. And that's great. I mean, a lot of people do great doing that, but it was a lifestyle that I just felt wasn't fulfilling. It was just hurting me even more. So, I had nobody. I had absolutely nobody. That guide I won, it was online. It was a trainer on Instagram with 1 million followers. It's not like she was personal to me. And then I was like, this is how I want to help people, actually. So found a trade school, got certified, went through all that, graduated during COVID. And then, one thing just kind of led to another, and here I am. So long-winded answer. I want to be that person I didn't have. I don't think that life is meant to be done alone. That's why we have family. That's why we have friends. That's why we get partners. So, same thing with your health and wellness, right? If you're doing something so challenging and so far outside of where you currently are, it's nice to have a front seat rider and somebody to kind of like what you were saying about us in business, how you're like, no, you deserve better. Like, let's go. And that's, you need that in health and fitness too. So, I just started posting online, and it just one thing led to another.
I love that.
Yeah.
Something I wanted to talk to you about too, because obviously, both of our passions somewhat align with like well-being. Yours is obviously physical and nutritional wellness, and mine kind of has to do with like the mental side of wellness. Like, I want to talk a little bit about the crossover, or dare I say lack thereof crossover, of music and fitness, because I think I've told you about this. Something I want to do for my next project, because I've been making a bunch of booty music. So Logan and I are going to collab and do a like Tush Tunes workout, which is like a booty workout with the music, kind of like as a release party. And I've never heard of this being done ever. I've never heard of any sort of, obviously I've seen gyms with DJs and I've been one of them myself, but I've never seen like a legitimate collab where the music is curated for the workout and done so in such a way to where it's cohesive and it makes sense. And it's not just like throwing this on top of this and calling it good. Have you ever seen that? Do you think this is a good idea? Am I crazy for even trying to conceptualize this?
No, I think that, even what you had mentioned in the beginning too, like, my part of wellness is more in the physical sense and yours is more in the mental sense. I think they both also have both aspects to them too, right? Dancing to music and just kind of like letting your body go, that gives a good physical release and kind of, happy hormones going and all of that stuff. And then same thing for moving your body, right? Like if you work out in the gym, usually your mental feels better. So I do really like the merge, and I have never seen the specific, to your point. I mean, we've had you as a DJ and stuff like that, but I really do like that. Let me in on this. I want to get in on this. Yeah. This is
absolutely
cool. Yeah.
You're in.
It's kind of like the, I mean, and you guys, Sarah G does it too with her yoga thing, but you know, just aligning the music and the body together. Hell yeah. I think that's sick, and definitely something that I haven't seen. I don't know if anybody else has, or I love it. Let's go.
Yeah, I've never seen it done. It's weird that it hasn't been done. I feel like it just makes total sense. And like one thing I was really thinking about the other day is the older I get, the less I want to go to like a concert to experience music, right? Like I enjoy shows. Like they're something that sucked me in and is definitely like a huge piece of the puzzle of why music is what it is to me. But like the older I get, the less I want to wait in bathroom lines, the less I want to be in a packed environment where I can barely move.
I'm able to wait in bathroom lines.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just like I'm just picturing like a world as I want to live in it, and it's like you should be able to get that music space while doing something positive, like, or that music experience while doing something positive, like working out. It's part of the reason we put such a big sound system here, too, so we can kind of have that crossover a little more.
I like, one of my favorite things, and we saw it a lot this weekend too with the DJs. Every Saturday we've been doing live music in the space, and just seeing clients that I would never expect, like kind of start boogieing, or just like it's just so cool. And it's like, these are clients I've trained for years, and I mean, they're great people and they're fun. It's not like they're sticks in the mud, but you don't see that side of them, but music brings out that side of them. Yeah. And it was just a whole vibe. I always make a joke too, like, this is definitely the closest I get to the club. Yeah. I think I went to the club twice last year, and they were both to be with you behind set. Like, it was, yeah. I mean, it's cool. I like it. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's something I really want to do more of. Obviously we got to, roll out the first event first, but I think finding more ways to integrate music and health is kind of what both of the worlds are missing right now. Even when I go, I popped around on ClassPass to like a bunch of gyms around town, and it's like the music is just such an afterthought. It's half the time the sound sucks. Half the time they're playing like some slow ass Ed Sheeran while we're trying to work out. I'm just like, what are you like? What is going on here? I mean, I'm in a boxing class, and it's like Perfect by Ed Sheeran comes on. I'm like, God, kill me. So I'm trying to make music and fitness better.
No, I like it. I'm into it.
I love it. Yeah. Anything I can do to hack my health before we get out of here? Hack your health. I'm just like, I've been on this transformation. I think I told you about it. I took my shirt off in the last podcast episode. Yeah, you guys missed it. Yeah. Maybe for our banger today, for the end of the episode, I could just like, you could just put me up on some game. Like, how do I just really get healthy? Like, my AG1 is great. It's just like ripping money out of my pockets every month, and I love it. Love it. Feels so good. Saunaing every week or a couple times a week has been amazing. Yeah. Working out like crazy. What else? Nutrition. Man, consistency. Whole foods as much as possible. I actually, I got ruined by, it's called the Yucca app. Like, I don't know. Oh yeah, dude, Yucca or whatever. Yeah, we have that. That app ruined me. So I got introduced to that, and it didn't ruin me. It's actually opening my eyes a lot too, because I'm not a stickler. I mean, I do believe in everything in moderation type thing, but personally, I've been kind of like dealing with like inflammation and weird shit. So I've been actually scanning food and foods that I feel like are relatively healthy with that app, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a lot in here that causes a lot. So yeah. I mean, as much as I am like balance, I also do personally try, I mean, eat whole foods as much as possible. Just eat your meat, eat your potatoes, eat your fruit and veggies, and try to stay away from some of the heavily processed stuff, because that's just gonna cause inflammation and stress on the body. But I mean, you're doing a lot right, I would say, as far as you're consistent with movement. I see you in here all the time getting your lifts in. You are eating healthily, so you're taking your vitamins and stuff. So I mean, consistency. That's it. It's a long-term
process what we're doing here. It's a lifetime process. So I think that, and not that you're like new coming on to the health and wellness, but that's a big hurdle for a lot of people when they start their health and wellness journey, right? They start to see success, they're staying consistent for a while, and then it's that like, oh shit, now what? It's like, well, you keep going. Like it doesn't stop. And that's a big misconception, I think. Like if you are going on a health and wellness journey, like I want to get healthier. Maybe it is to lower your A1C, or it is to get your cholesterol into check, and then you do that, you don't stop doing that. You have to keep doing that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest hurdle people struggle with at times. And what I see in the clients I coach too is like, what now? It's like nothing. You graduated the program, now keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. I mean, unless you want to keep paying me to tell you the same things over and over, but like you did it, you know what to do. Keep going.
I love it.
Sure. You're crushing it though.
You too.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
We're doing the best we can with what we
Best
got.
we can. Hey, the sauna's been fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's another thing I'm becoming like, I'm doing a little bit more research around it. And I was talking to one of the gals this morning, but I always like to kind of try something out for a good 2-3 weeks myself and see what I'm feeling before I preach it. But sauna and cold plunge has been game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, game changer in my body not feeling like shit after my lifts. I've truly been noticing a lot of inflammation coming down. I mean, not that you're a lady, but ladies, sauna around your cycle is game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't feel like shit. I wasn't bloated. I wasn't eating like garbage because it was just great. Changed the whole world.
Yeah, no, I'd have to agree. I've been doing it almost like 4 to 5 times a week since we got it, and I've been sleeping better.
Yeah.
My moods have been better. I haven't been getting like my midday irritated moments like often happen. Yeah, it's beneficial. So you should come to the Shoebox/MD and get your sauna cold plunge on.
Yeah. Do a little podcast.
Unpaid advertisement.
This is not an ad.
I love it. Well,
hey, Jinx.
Yeah, that was good.
We did not plan that.
No.
No script.
No script. We're all off rip.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we got for today.
Yeah.
We got Jordan's got clients coming in.
Got some kids coming in.
Got to get into training. I'm gonna get to doing what
the
I
show.
do. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Just
what you got
living.
going on tonight? Just living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got I'm waiting for some Amazon stuff. We'll see if that comes, and once that comes, I got some work to do in the box.
Nice. What's the surprise for the end of the show?
I don't know. What should we do?
I don't know. Should we dance? Should we fast floss?
Dance. Can you fast floss?
That's been my thing, yeah.
Really? I can do this one.
Fast floss pretty well, actually. Logan
All right,
loves me.
all right.
You gonna fast floss?
You want to? Yeah, chug your drink first. Don't make it. I don't want you to spill it. Yeah, you're just chugging it. Chug. You're gonna sleep awesome tonight.
I was gonna say, isn't it 4:30? Yep.
Yep.
Let's go.
I love a person that here. I'll narrate this so you can fully focus on what you've got going on. So we're gonna fast floss. Let's see it. Come on, wait, go back. No, go back more. This is what happens in my brain 24/7.
All right, what's your move? Let's go.
I love it. Jordynn, thank you for coming on the CHOFF. What's the best way that people can support you?
Come on in. Stop in for a visit. I mean, honestly, and as simple as just follow us on social media. If you're on social media, if you see our posts, engage with it. I think that's the easiest way to support your friends or somebody you care about that has a small business is just engage with their social media posts. You guys have no idea how much that actually like pushes us. So, but come hang out.
People have OnlyFans for a reason. It's because they want your money.
Yeah, don't make me. Oh my gosh, I saw a great meme. I'll show you after. It was like a gremlin. It was like me contemplating OnlyFans. I was like, this is me.
You could do it for your training. That's like what I'm pretty sure what it was made
Hell no,
for.
nobody's gonna come to me then.
They'd be coming to you.
The wrong ones.
I love it.
Thanks, man.
Jordynn, thanks so much for coming on the CHOFF. What a great day. What a good day to be alive.
CHOFF. Yup, it's the CHOFF cast. CHOFF cast.